Oops. Used to specify the location I'm back to the screen. Let me unzoom a little. Used to specify a location of one point relative to another. The bearing from point O to P is the acute angle measured in degrees between OP, which is a ray. So that's a ray symbol from geometry. And the north-south line. Oops. And the north-south line. Okay. Bearings, very important. Always measured from due north or due south. Okay. Example 1. Find the bearing from either N for north or S for south. Okay, so if we're talking ray OB, okay, is it closer to the due north or due south? North. So the bearing has to be measured from due north towards which direction? West. So the bearing is north, excuse me, 40 degrees west. Okay. Right? Let's talk about O to A. Is A closer to north or closer to south? North. So it's going to be north towards the, which way are we going? East or west? East. Very good. Point D. Is point D in the quadrant closer to north or closer to south? Which way? Okay, and if we're measuring from due south towards D, where are we going towards? East. Okay, and what about OC? Is it in the southern quadrant or the northern quadrant? Southern, going towards the west, right? All right, So you guys take a moment. All right, Remy, O towards A, or Ray OA. Starting at the north towards A, how many degrees did you say?
70.
Very good. It's not the 20. The 20 is coming from the east. We got to go from the north towards A, so that's 70. Excellent. Rachel, O to D. So from south towards D, how many degrees? From here to here. Never measured from east towards south. Never measured here towards here. Always measured from south towards east. So what'd you say?
65.
So from south towards the east. So from here towards here. 25. From south towards the east. From south towards the east. Never from east towards south. Never. Always south towards east or south towards west. Okay? All right. Drew, last one. O towards C. So from south towards C. What do you have, sir? 15 degrees. Okay? Anybody have questions about that? Always. All right, so let's put the harbor right here. Okay. A boat leaves the harbor and travels 25 miles on a bearing of north 42 east. Well, here's north, here's east. So from north, we want to graph about 42. How much is halfway of a quadrant? 45. So we're going to go a little less than 45. So we're going to go 42. Okay? So there's the boat on its original bearing of 42. And the distance it travels on that bearing is 25 miles. Okay? At that point, at 25 miles, the captain makes a turn 90 degrees clockwise. So 90 degrees clockwise is like so. Okay. Turns about 90 degrees clockwise and travels 18 miles on a bearing of south 48 east. Now, honestly, guys, that south 48 east isn't really important to the problem at all, but I want to show you where they're getting that bearing from. At the point where he turns, you actually do a new north, south, east, west line right there. So here's north, here's south. So the bearing is south 48 east. So from south towards the new east up here is 48 degrees. Now, are we going to use that number? No, not at all. So is it important that you know how to draw that right there? No. It is not important that you know how to draw that right there. Okay? First question is, how far is the boat right now? Now our boat, there's my nifty boat. Our boat is there right now. So let's draw a segment from the harbor to the boat. And what they want is they want us to find that distance. Okay? Well, if we have a right triangle, what's the method we would use to find the length of that side, gang? Pythagorean theorem, wouldn't we? Okay. So we're going to use c squared equals a squared plus b squared. Leah, do you think you can put the numbers in?
Yeah.
C squared equals?
42.
Put the numbers into the Pythagorean theorem first. So what's this side? How many miles? 25 squared. And then this side? 18 squared. And then guys, let's do nearest tenth, okay?
30.
Anybody concur, 30.8?
Yeah.
So 25 squared plus 18 squared, and make sure you square root that. Good. Autumn, what's the label on that?
Miles.
Miles. Excellent, excellent. Okay. Next question is, what is the bearing? Okay. Now, let me draw the bearing in the picture in green. The bearing, because we're in the north quadrants, 1 and 2 are north quadrants, has to be measured from due north to this terminal side that I just drew. Okay? So the bearing is this green angle right here. Okay, well, you know what we can only find? We can only find right now this theta angle inside the triangle. Then what are we going to do to get the whole bearing? What do we have to add on? 42. So we're going to find theta right here because we have enough information to find theta. If I put my finger on theta for this right triangle, I know opposite and I know adjacent. So what do you guys want to use? Yes. So tan theta equals opposite 18 over adjacent 25. Okay? And then what button do you use on your calculator? Inverse tangent. So do inverse tangent. Give me nearest tenth for theta. 35.8. But then remember, this angle is 35.8, but we have to add on this whole thing. So 35.8 plus 42. 77.8. Is that okay? Now, you can't just write 77.8. Are we measuring from due north or due south? So north, from due north towards the east. All right. Aren't those fun? Oh, come on.